Hey, what's up, guys? Hope everybody's doing well and having a great day. In this video, we're going to start here in Wisconsin. You're looking at a photo that was shared with me by Dr. Mike Olson and Elena from Wisconsin. This is the sky a couple of days ago, and you can see what compelled him to take the photograph, not only the big halo around the sun, but the large angel in the sky looking at the halo. How about that? Exceptional photo sent in by Dr. Mike Olson and Elena out of Wisconsin. Good job, guys. Keep the photos coming. In fact, I've got another brand new picture slideshow of awesome photos sent in from all around the world. We're going to come back and take a look at that. Also in this video, we're going up to the moon where Mark E. has shared some photos with me of the most recent full moon and what appears to be some sort of a object or little craft parked next to the moon. Also in this video, I want to touch briefly on what they're calling a space hurricane, something they've discovered in the far reaches of the upper atmosphere of planet Earth. But first, here at the website, checking out the Schumann resonance. Got a little bit of missing data here a couple of days ago. Right now, what we're looking at is some background noise still persisting in the Schumann data. Small spike, not very big. We've seen quite a bit bigger, but there is a little bit of activity. No coronal holes or high-speed solar wind. We're just in a thick plasma stream, that's all. Nothing major, no solar flares or anything like that. No sunstorms, just a little bit of dense solar wind. Hopping over to the Yellowstone supervolcano caldera, it too is pretty quiet. Not a whole lot of activity. We've got some absence of activity, though, up here in the upper northwestern quadrant of the supervolcano caldera. A little bit of activity across the northern tier. Other than that, actually pretty quiet. Most of the global seismos over here at the USGS are pretty quiet as well. They've recently calmed down after all of the activity in the Kermadec Trench, with the exception of the Kermadec Trench itself. You can see right here at Raoul Islands, the seismograph there is still very active and probably will be for a while. That was a lot of energy released in the Kermadec Trench down in the South Pacific. That's probably not done yet. I want to talk briefly now about this space hurricane that scientists have discovered in the upper atmosphere of planet Earth. Scientists discover a wild space hurricane above planet Earth. This is over here at cnet.com, dated March 3rd of 2021. This week, a team of researchers unveiled the results of a study that highlights the first ever observation of a space hurricane in our planet's upper atmosphere. Unlike the infamous cyclones that wreak havoc closer to the Earth's surface, the space hurricane was made up of swirling plasma and rained electrons. Until now, it was uncertain that space plasma hurricanes even existed. So to prove this with such striking observation is incredible. University of Reading space scientist Mike Lockwood said in a statement on Monday. Lockwood is a co-author of a paper of the phenomenon published in the journal Nature Communications in late February. Scientists discovered the event after reanalyzing data collected by satellites in August of 2014. Researchers at the University of China led the team that made the discovery. The data showed a 620-mile wide, 1,000-kilometer plasma mass swirling above the North Pole. It had spiral arms that lasted for nearly 8 hours. So this wasn't something that was necessarily above a hurricane like we see down here close to the surface of the Earth. This was something independent, high above planet Earth, above the Arctic Circle. And you can see here in this image a large swirl pictured from space, a satellite orbiting the planet. So not really a surprise to me. I've watched the satellites for many, many years, and I've seen large swirling, what look like cyclones, not only above the Arctic Circle, but above Antarctica as well. So not really a big surprise to me. I've seen things similar to that, but nevertheless, a wild, what they're calling space hurricane was discovered above planet Earth. Now I want to take you guys up to the moon where Mark E. has shared some photos with me of some sort of object next to the moon. This is not a bird. It's too big to be a bird, actually too bright to be a bird. It's some sort of a craft. I don't think it was an airplane. Something looked stationary near the moon. He noticed this after he was looking at his photos. You can see something over here. I'll zoom in much closer and we'll take a real close look at this object, whatever it may be. I'm not claiming to know what it is. It is simply interesting. That's all. You can see a bright object next to the moon. That's not a background star because you're going to see it here move to a different location, and then you're going to see it go across the center of the moon, at least in a still photograph. Look at this photo here. You can see it's moved closer to the moon, almost behind the moon from this vantage point. See how close it is to the edge of the moon? Here it is in another photograph where it came out much brighter, and you can totally tell. That's definitely not a bird. I don't think that was inside the atmosphere. I've seen several photos and videos over the years of people filming the full moon, and birds happen to fly in the field of view. That's not what they look like. This is something different. I don't know what Mark captured in his photos of the moon, but he was very adamant that this was definitely not some sort of a bird. It was an object in the proximity of the moon. Now, whether it was literally next to the moon or just outside of the Earth's atmosphere, I don't know, but I don't think this was inside the Earth's atmosphere. You're looking at a few of the photos that I've simply enhanced, not altered. I just adjusted the lighting and color to get a little better look at whatever this thing was. And you can see in this photo here and the photo after this one, the object kind of has what looks like a triangle shape to it, at least from this vantage point. I don't know, it quite possibly could be a pixel issue, but it does kind of look like it has a triangle appearance to it. Here it's a little brighter, a little farther away from the moon, so you can tell this thing was moving, whatever it was. Like I said earlier, I don't claim to know what it was. I can tell you from experience, from looking at many, many photos of birds and various things next to the moon that were identifiable, this is one that is unidentifiable. Good observation, Mark. Thanks for sharing. Also in this video, I've got a brand new picture slideshow. Awesome sky phenomena photos sent in from all around the world. Sid S. out of North Star, Alberta, Canada. Absolutely breathtaking photos of some of the recent northern lights up in North Star, Alberta, Canada. Absolutely incredible. Look at that. And that's from the recent solar wind streams that we've had. This was actually during one of the geomagnetic storms. This photo here was also taken by Sid from up in Alberta, Canada. And this is exactly how he viewed this big double-decker rainbow. And you can see it's got some sort of a anomaly over here on the far right-hand side. See that? It looked like it had a deformity. See that right there? I've never, out of all the double-decker rainbows that you guys have shared with me over the years, I've never seen anything like that. That is truly unique. Maria C. out of Lincoln, Nebraska. Spectacular pink sky around the full moon. Eric J. out of Oklahoma. Got a huge sundog here off to the left of the sun when the sun was very low on the horizon. Corona, California. Alexis H. You don't see any anomalies here, do you? That looks like a perfect double-decker rainbow. Very intense double-decker rainbow. You don't see that anomaly in this one here. Like I said, I've seen hundreds that you guys have shared with me, and I've never seen one like Sid shared with me. That anomaly was truly something unique. I don't know what caused that. Alfredo G, not exactly sure of the location. Bright pink clouds, very low on the horizon. Almost look like big pink louvers over there. Chuck out of South Oklahoma. You can see where something moved through a very thin, low layer of clouds above Oklahoma, leaving behind a very distinct trail in the sky. Could have been an airplane, don't know. This here was definitely not an airplane. Some sort of a rocket launch noticed by Dan out of Fort Myers, Florida. Fiery Orange Sky by G. Price out of Canada. That is unedited, exactly the way I received it. Get a load of that sky. That too is unedited, exactly the way I received it. Eagle Grove, Iowa. Heather noticed a big sunbeam spanning up over the horizon at sunrise. Almost looks like a flame coming up over the horizon. Photo here sent in by Christy out of Henderson, Nevada. Clouds just looked out of place. They look like a stack of pancakes sitting in the sky. They're a very unique color. They don't match anything else in the sky, as they're almost a dark gray color, and everything else is white and blue. Photo here was sent in by Colton G out of Wisconsin. Looks like a set of pliers or a large set of tweezers up in the sky. That's what compelled him to take this very unique photograph. Here it is, simply inverted, and you can see the super unique shape up in the sky above Wisconsin. Photos here of a beautiful sunset out over the Pacific Ocean by Karen C from Huntington Beach, California. Absolutely incredible. Keep the photos coming, guys. You are wide awake and on the ball. If you have any photos you'd like to share, you can send those to reports at MrMBB333.com. All of the photos end up here at the Sky Phenomena Photo Gallery at the website, and sometimes I'll use them in a video just like you saw right here. Thanks for watching. Have a super day, and be safe out there.